I'm now going to demonstrate the program for binary search tree. So we just discussed in the class that a binary search tree is a binary tree having some special characteristic that all its left children have to be less than the parent node, and all the right children have to be greater than the parent. So this has to be maintained at every level, that is at the root level all the entire left subtree has to be less than the root, and the entire right subtree has to be less than the root, and similarly at every subtree level also the condition has to be maintained. So we need to construct a binary search tree by maintaining this particular characteristic. So that is what the important requirement of binary search tree program. So we can't just implement the binary tree which just like just inserting all the values. So we need to ensure that the values are either directed towards the left subtree or towards the right subtree depending upon their comparison with the parent. So that is the essence of binary search tree, and so I'm going to show you the main part of the program, which is the construction of the binary search tree. So we need to insert every value as it is entered by the user into the binary search tree, and that happens with this with the help of this function. So when the function is called, we will be passing the address of the head node. Okay, remember the head pointer is the starting point of any linked list which points to the first node. So we will be passing the head here, but when you run the program for the first time, head is null. So we will be passing null to the function when we are running for the first time. It will be null when you run the program. So okay, so here is the program function, and the value is nothing but the value that we want to insert. So the user will enter the numbers in order, so one by one they will be passed as arguments to this function. So during the first execution, this condition will be true because the head is actually null. So this will be true, and because this is true, it will enter into this if condition. It will create a new node and then put the data into that node and assign the B link and F link with the null values, and after that it checks whether the head is null. And here the condition is true right now because the head is indeed null, so it will run this statement also, but this statement will not be executed afterwards. Only for the first time of execution this statement will get executed, because in the subsequent executions the head won't be null, so this statement won't be repeated again. It's a one time execution, and then it will end. So we would have successfully inserted the first node into the binary search tree without needing any comparison. Okay, because it is the first node, we don't have to compare the value with any other node, but only from the second node onwards the comparison will become necessary. So let us assume we are making a call to the function again by passing another value. Now what will happen is that now the head is passed along with the new value that is going to be inserted, and this condition is now false because the head is not null anymore. It is pointing to the first node, so it will come to this statement. If it makes a comparison between the value which is going to be inserted with the data in the current node. The current node is nothing but the head node. So the data of the head node is compared with the value we are trying to insert. It may be either less than the root value or it may be greater than the root value. Okay, so which we do not know. So let us assume that it is less than the root. So let us say that the root contains a value 10 and we want to insert 5. So in that case this condition is true, so it will run the statement which is inside the if condition. So node of B link equal to insert node of B link comma value, which means that we are making a recursive call to the same function by passing the value of the B link pointer of the current node, which is root node, and the value which we need to insert. You know that when there is only one node, both B link and F link are obviously null only, because we have initialized them to be null here, so they are obviously null. So we are actually making a call to the insert function by passing null comma a value. So a recursive call is getting made, and then the recursive call once again enters into the function. So now the condition is true again, since we passed null. So if null, if node equal to null, now what will happen? New node is constructed, all these steps are done, then without running this particular condition, it will just simply return that particular node. So when I say return node, it means address of the node. So it will return the address of that node to the function, the previous recursive call. Okay, so it will return the address of the current node to the previous recursive call, which means the one that led to this execution. So it will once again reach this line again, and the returned node value is now assigned into the B-link pointer of the current node, which is root node. So in other words, the new node is inserted as the left child of the root node, because its value is lower than the root. On the other hand, if it was like if the value was greater than the root, then this would have happened and the new node would have inserted with the right node of the root. So now the node is inserted. So if you send one more value to this function again, the same thing will happen. It will check whether it is greater than the root or the less than the root, and then it will go on to check recursively. Okay, so this evaluation will be made recursively for every level. So after checking with the root node, then it will go into the left child or right child and do the comparison again. And if the left child has got one more child, then it will go to that child and make the comparison. So this recursive call will end only when it reaches the leaf node. Okay, so the question for this is that what is the base case of this recursive function? Okay, what is the base case of this recursive function? And the base case here is that when it reaches the null value, and when it will reach the null value is that when it reaches the leaf node. So when it reaches the leaf node, it will be null. So the new node is always inserted at the leaf level, either as a left child or as a right child. So this is the idea of this insert function. I will also show you the execution for with an example. By the time it will become very clear. And so the insert function, and after that we have got the in order function. So the in order function is actually very simple. It's a typical binary tree in order traversal. It does not require any special modification for binary search tree. So the same three statements are mentioned here. And coming to the search function, so the search should actually capitalize the characteristic of the binary search tree, where the values are divided into left subtree and right subtree. So when you want to search for a particular number, it is compared with the root to see whether it's greater than or less than or equal to. In case if it is equal to the root, then what we are searching for is already found. So we can just end the search with the return statement after printing that the value is found. If not, you have to either go to the left side or go to the right side. That decision is made here. If the data is greater than if the root data is greater than the key data, then the search is continued from the left side, else it is continued on the right side. So this search will continue until either we identify the value by meeting this condition, or we reach a null value. Okay, one of this will end the function. If you reach the null value and the call is the recursive call is ended, then we will print that the number is not found. So this is the search logic which is incorporated in this program. So we have seen all the three functions except the delete function. So the delete function has to be added into this program, but the essential requirement of this program is the construction of the binary search tree the in-order traversal and the search function. The purpose of in-order traversal is to verify whether you are constructing the binary search tree correctly, because you know that in-order traversal always prints the numbers in ascending order. So the binary search tree, when it is traversed using in-order traversal, it will print the numbers in ascending order. So we can check whether the binary search tree is correct based on the output of the in-order traversal. And the main function is actually a normal one, that you just initialize the head pointer. We take the value to be inserted and pass it to the insert function, and we just do it until the user enters -1. When user enters -1, it means that it is the last value. So the loop will end, and then it will print the result for in-order traversal and the search function. I am now going to demonstrate the execution of the program, and also I will show you how the binary search tree is actually constructed during the execution of the program. So let me enter the data. The first node value is going to be 30. So when I enter this number, now the tree will get its first node, and it is also the head. As for the program, this will now be pointed by the head pointer, which contains the value 30. Now second value I am entering as 70. So what will happen now is that, now as we saw in the program, 70 will be compared with 30, and since 70 is greater than 30, it will continue the recursive call. It will make a recursive call by passing the f-link pointer, which means this particular address will be passed to the recursive call. And so as a result of that, a new node will be created, and it will then check whether what is the value of it will first check what is the value of f-link pointer, and since it is null, it will get into that if condition, and it will create the new node. It will write the value 70 here, and replace this by the address of the new node. So the null pointer of the root gets replaced by the address of the new node that was created, and this leads to a connection like this. So now the nodes are connected like this, and next I am going to enter the third value, which is 12. So now what will happen? Again the same thing will happen. It will start from the root. It will compare 12 with the 30, but in this case 12 is less than 30, so it will now go to the recursive call with the help of b-link pointer. Okay, previously it happened with the f-link pointer. Now it will take the value of the b-link pointer. Again it is null, so it will make a recursive call by passing null value, and in the recursive call it will be detected that it is null, so it will get into the if condition again, and it will create a new node, and it will pass the address of the new node to the recursive call, which means it will be received by this particular node, and it will be assigned here. According to that assignment statement, node of b-link equal to address of the new node, so it will be inserted like this. So the new node is now connected to the left child, and the value will be added here as 12. And now what will happen? So far we have seen that the b-link and the f-link both were null, but now they are not null. So let us see what happens in the given situation. Now I am going to enter the fourth value, which is 50. So what will happen now is that it will now compare 50 with 30, but 50 is greater than 30 and this is not null. So it will get into the next node by passing this pointer. It will reach here, and once again it will make a comparison. So now 50 will be compared with the 70, but in this condition 70 is greater than 50, so it will use the B-link pointer of 70 and will proceed to a new recursive call, and now it has become null. So the if condition will be executed, and this will lead to the creation of one more node. It creates a new node, and the address of the new node is returned to the previous call, and it is assigned to the B-link pointer of 70. So this leads to the interconnection like this. Okay, 50 is actually inserted as the left child of 70. So you can see that the program successfully continues. So even if I try to enter more nodes, then it will be just following the same logic. Either it will go in this direction, and when it reaches the leaf node, it will either put it as the left child or a right child, or it will go in the right subtree and will identify the leaf node under which the new node has to be inserted. So this is how the insert is constructing the binary search tree. And regarding the search is actually a simple one. Let us say I am searching for the value of 12 okay, let me just correct this. It should have been 50. Now let's say I'm searching for 50 itself. Then what will happen? It will compare with the 30, and since it is greater it will come to 70, and since it is lesser it will come to 50, and there is a match. But if there is no match, for example I am searching for a number which is not in the list, let's say it is 55. So I am searching for 55 which is not in the list. Now what will happen is that it will compare with 30, compare with 70, and finally it will compare with 50. When it compares with 50, it will know that it is greater than 50. So it will continue the search using the right or the F-link pointer. But since F-link pointer happens to be null, it will reach the dead end, or it will reach the last node, and beyond which no search is possible. So it will conclude that the number cannot be found. So in this way it will be able to both find the value when it is present in the list, and also find that the number is not present in the list by reaching the null value.